What's going on, Gary?
What are you doing over there, Rodney?
Oh man, just getting settled in. I see you got some glasses on. What's going on with the glasses?
Got some sun yesterday. I thought this would help hide my coon eyes, but then there's
Yeah.
got my forehead.
Yeah.
But actually, the light in here isn't that bad, so
yeah,
I don't really need them.
Man, that's the truth. We did get a little sun. It was sun outside for sure. Well,
it was even had my hat on, hiding under the canopy of the golf cart.
Right on.
Sunglasses, yeah. Gary Allen is watching. Rex Johnson, Flip Williams. Howdy,
right
Gary,
on.
Rex, and Flipper. We got 12 people watching. Some of them through the podcast group page. Yeah.
Very cool.
Heck yeah.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, right, Gary?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I guess. Isn't it? Aren't you supposed to wear green or you get pinched or something like that?
Something like that. You got your green on?
I think my eyes are green.
There you go. You're ready. You're ready.
You want to see? I'll get a close up.
I'll
get up on that camera.
I can see it from here. Green eyes.
Comments. Shannon Wise says, "Hi guys." Hey Shannon.
Shannon.
Nick Roberts. This is Nick Roberts. He's the Facebook user. Sup guys? That's Nick. Shannon, you was not first today. Gary Allen we saw was first.
Gary beat
you. Can tell anyway. Mark Westmoreland. Good evening, guys. He says, "Hey Mark." Jim Lauer is watching. Got to see Jim yesterday. He drove down from Salina.
Yeah, it was fun hanging out with him.
Yep. Hung out with Jim for a little while.
Mark.
Yes, sir. We're 17. Zach West is watching. Hi, Zach. Get lined up here. Yeah. We're at 22 people. Sweet.
Nice.
Got me a tasty beverage.
I see you. Got your Stanley, or is that Stanley, or is that something else?
No, this is the old reliable Arctic cup, because there's Apple Crown and Coke in there.
Okay.
And I know how to put my mix in there to make it right. That Stanley cup is quite a bit bigger, and I haven't figured out the brew there. I don't want to overdo it or underdo it, so I'll get it. I'll eventually figure it out.
Yeah.
This is just a good go-to. I can hit right to it and get exactly the way I want it.
Oh yeah. I see Logan Metcalf's watching. I wonder.
Logan,
back from Kentucky.
Logan, yeah. Where you guys at, Logan? We seen you checked in at
Crab Shack.
Joe's Crab Shack in Kentucky.
Travis Rupert.
This crown apple for the W. That's Jason Holland. That's right.
Yep. It's all about the W.
That's how you make Coke taste good. Let's get it with some apple crown. Logan says they're home now. What'd you guys do? You got some top secret mission going on?
Oh, yeah.
What's up? What's going on?
Shane said not to say anything.
Shane who? Logan, the show stops right now till you tell us what you guys are doing.
Oh,
no. Hit the brakes.
Yeah. Brendan's texting him right now. Nope, can't do it.
Justin Schaefer. Hey, Justin. Who's this? Tracy Lynn says, "Hey guys,
how's it going,
Logan,
Tracy?
We just went to eat. Okay, we'll buy that.
Just a little drive, a little cruise out. It's like doing a True Street cruise. Just roll over to Kentucky and come back.
Yep.
The Joe Shack Crab House.
Get some good chow. That's right. Yep.
Cool.
What in the world? It's kind of loud. Dan Andrea, he's a co-worker where I work. How you doing, Dan? Dude, Dan. Hey, Dan. So Dan and his brother Jesse work in the weld shop. They live down there by Winfield.
Oh, okay.
I was home. I forget what time. It was probably 8:30 or so. We got home pretty early. It was about 8:30, and Jesse sends me a text. Dan's brother. Jesse says, "Hey," he's like something like, "I think I'm thinking about coming to the track. Is it still going on?" I texted back. I was like, no, it got about 5:30 and I'm home now. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, so it's a good thing he asked for he to maybe wasted the trip going to the track to see that it was all done.
Wrapped it up. They wrapped it up.
Yeah.
Which is
He was a few hours late. Jason Metcalf watching. Hey, Jason.
Maybe Jason will tell us where Logan
Maybe he will. Jason, where did your son go to Kentucky? Or maybe beyond? Who knows? They went there to eat. Tim Webb. Good afternoon, guys. Hey, Tim. I know you got another $100 in your pocket, Tim. Mr. Harper, what's up, guys?
Hey, Mr. Harper. You were busy yesterday.
Who's this? That's Jason. Jason Metcalf says, well,
that's 3L too.
Tim says you don't have another $100 in his pocket. I know you do.
He's ready to buy a
seat. Huh?
He's ready to buy a seat.
He's working me, but it ain't working.
Oh, okay. All right.
Russell Foreman. Hey, Russell.
Heck yeah.
There's Troya from the YouTube side. Yep. Gary Harper, Tayton Cheever. Hey, Tayton. Tayton was helping the Campbells and Jason Novacek yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing him out there.
Dustin Jones says, when is the Radial Roundup in Texas? April 18th, 19th, and actually April 19th and 20th. We're going down on the 18th, but that's testing. Yep, pretty much 18th, 19th, and 20th. Coming up real soon.
Real soon.
Who is this? Jason says, pick up another bullet.
That's what I thought.
That's your story.
Probably true.
Yep.
Spark plugs at the top of the head.
Oh, yeah. That's an easy way to get him out.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want to kick off this rascal at?
How was your week?
Slow. Just blah. I mean,
you're still digging on that intake, right?
I don't even have any pictures of it. I'm so slow at working on that thing. It looks the same.
Yeah. I remember when we were riding down last night to the track, or actually it was yesterday morning, we were listening and you made a comment you were going to get it done this week. So
I said that. Yeah, I missed it.
You missed it? You missed your target?
I missed my target, yes. That happens quite a bit, I think. Yeah. I'll get it. Hey, when it's done, it's done.
Yeah,
I don't know when it'll be. Maybe this week. I sure hope so, man. Yeah. I'll get her done. This is Dan with Dan and Jesse. He says, hey guys, wish I would have made it to the track, got stuck working around the house. Yeah, it happens. And it wasn't over super late.
No.
It was good. So that's all I did. I worked on the intake a little bit, did a little bit of this and that, and I'm almost done with it though, for real. Anything happened at your place?
Oh yeah, I've been doing some work. I fell into a couple of good deals and ended up working on the car a little bit. So yeah, definitely coming back together. Yesterday got me pumped up for sure.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Get around some race cars and some peel outs and burnouts and some race fuel. Yeah.
If I don't watch out, this yard work's going to sneak up on me too. I got to be careful.
I don't got to worry about that.
Yeah, I know.
I got me a good yard girl.
Yeah.
She loves doing that.
Right on. So what do you got?
What do I got? We got some stuff. I want to toss this up real quick. In Salina is a place called The Garage. And they got this cool thing. It's a car museum. They have different themes and stuff going on. They're having a thing on Tuesday, March 26th. That's in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Local shop highlight, Advanced Engine Machine. It's a lunch deal. For this month's Lunch and Learn, the garage will be visited by Mark and Stephen Brown. We know who Mark and Stephen is. The owners of Advanced Engine Machine. They'll discuss the impressive history of their shop and expertise in engine building over the years. Little lunch deal. That'd be a really cool event in this little green box here, I made it bigger. It says Advanced Engine Machine was opened by Donald Brown. That's Mark's dad. In 1965, they are nationally recognized for their high-performance applications, including the engine in Farm Truck from the Discovery TV show Street Outlaws. And in little tiny green letters, I had to blow it up. It says, and Wichita small tire radio racer Rodney Dow. Yeah. It was real small letters. I had to blow it up, you know, had to be able to see it.
Well,
that's at the garage. It's a cool place. It's a pretty big facility, kind of scattered out. It's got a lot of cool stuff. They have different themes that last like 5 or 6 months, just bringing different types of cars. Like they'll have a convertible themed. They'll have they had like a race car themed deal a year or so ago, and I missed that. I could have got my car in on that deal, but
that'd be cool.
But yeah, I'd seen this on Facebook. He's advertising this with Mark and Stefan to have a lunch thing with some talk about their shop and stuff, and it'd be a really cool deal. So I thought I'd snag that. And
that's awesome, man. I'm excited to see that. A goal for me is to make the wall in Mark's office, which I know you have. And so, you know,
I think there's a hole on his office wall, and he's just got my picture to cover up the hole in the wall or something. I don't know. Just in desperation,
next
maybe.
time I go in there, I'm just going to bring an 8x10 and just take somebody down and put mine up. That way he's not looking.
Swap it out. I'll go in there and he's got 2 big computer screens on his desk. I'll go in there and make my car his backdrop on the computer. Or maybe one's yours and one's mine.
There you go. That's
got 2 screens. Yeah, so I thought I'd put that up there and talk about that for just a second. Really cool. That garage place is cool. If anybody's around Salina and likes car stuff, they have a really cool facility that's in there to look at. It's a cool place. It's a really cool deal for Salina.
Heck yeah.
Another comment. Man, look at this guy. Reekin 405. He's Reekin. He says, sitting here working on Chuck's car while y'all having fun. Well, you're having fun too, Jose.
Hey.
Working on cars is always fun.
No kidding.
Yep. Well, dude, thanks for tuning in and listening. We're just gonna have some fun. Just like you said, y'all having fun.
That's it.
Thanks for tuning in, Jose. Yep. So you're getting ready for a Radial Roundup, Rodney?
I am.
Right. And that required.
I got my tires. I fell into this deal. We're sitting there talking to you, and I wasn't even expecting this. Had a local racer that kind of rolls with us. Not really, but he's in the scene, and I'll just save his name. So, but he basically just called me up or texted me, messaged me, and just said, "Hey, you got any 275 pros?" And I was like, "No, I don't, but I got some 28s." He goes, "Well, I got some 28s. You know, anybody wants some 28s?" I'm like, "Sure."
Yes.
So talk about a deal and a half. I couldn't say no. And so next morning, got me some new PBRs, and so basically gave them to me. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. But so I mounted those today and played with that. So they're ready to go. I'll tell you what, we'll get into it in a minute here, but I think I could have ran these PBRs yesterday. That was a race track.
Yeah.
Holy cow, that was awesome.
Yeah, we'll hit on that in a little bit.
No, I got these mounted today, so they're on. Got the car setting down, and
looks
you
good.
know, yeah. And of course, you guys saw me fired up yesterday, just kind of working some things out. I ended up taking the injectors back out just for peace of mind, and took them to. Yep, there's the front on.
Yep.
Got my little helper out there. You know, it's hard to have 6 hands when you're trying to put all those bolts and nuts in. But yeah, they, Metcalf and Logan, he painted the front end and the nose this winter, and so we're just putting that on.
You know, the look at it guy. He's around. You know,
he's around, man.
Does he live with you?
I guess so. He was around the
man.
corner. I didn't know it.
He is impressed. Would you just look at it?
Look at it.
Woo-wee.
Hood's back on, man. I mean, look at the ultra color, just doing a great job, right? Seriously,
shiny.
Got it back together, perfectly matched, shined up, got her back on. Would you just look at it?
Would you look at it? Brian Wise, would you just look at that?
Oh, I guess Brian's late.
He's late. He is. Maybe he was cooking dinner.
That's what it was. He's probably cooking some bacon.
I see Craven's on now. Craven, how you doing? How's it going?
Russell Foreman beat Craven.
Russell treed the snot out of Craven. He must have had all the pistons in it this time.
He outspirited him, didn't he? But yeah, no, I got this back on. It's just good to get the car back in one piece. So that's what I was working on today. Sunday, fun day, right?
Yep.
And but yeah, I think it was Thursday night after I got the tires on Tuesday. I ran to Advanced Injector here, talked to Kurt, ran up to Valley Center, and I just wanted to get them clean. And so just to have some peace of mind. He said they all look good. I think one of them was dirty. And I mean, it was less than 24 hours I had him back. And so who's that right there?
That's Craven claims he was in here 10 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. There you go.
We're gonna need time slip proof. We're gonna have to go to the tape.
Go to the tape when they clock in.
We're gonna have to go to the tape and see.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, anyway, just a shout out to Kurt there at Advanced Injector. Anybody needs their injectors in clean, quick turnaround, dropped them off, went to work, picked them up right after work, and put them back in. So good guy.
Yep.
Got a nice little machine there, little place outside in Valley Center. Someone's talking about the good deals I found. Yeah. No, but that's good.
Yeah, that's Craven again. Listen,
yeah.
Talk about the good deals you found.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just a second.
This is Matt Ray. What's up, guys? Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Tim says, how big are your injectors? They're 550s, it looks like, on that box.
Yeah, 550s.
And Kurt, those are 550s. He got your stuff cleaned up and whipped into shape. I've got 850s, and he's cleaned them up too. So
yeah,
he doesn't hit them at 90 psi. His stuff won't do that, but he'll run them at 43.5 or whatever it is.
Right.
And it cleans them up. It does its job.
Yeah,
so,
that's it at the end of the day. And so yeah, but yeah, just a shout out to him. Did a great job. Real nice guy.
Yep.
But yeah, that was my week.
I think he's had a hold of every injector I've had in my place.
Yeah, I've used it one other time before with those 160s. I was on gas, but just setting through the winter and stuff. I didn't cycle them or anything, so I figured I'd take them off and take them up there. Just a little peace of mind. And like you said, they're got a dirty one or two, so yeah.
The comment here.
Yeah,
Tim says I need to get my injectors cleaned. I'll send my injectors out there. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Yeah, there's his address. He's right there. All the info.
Yeah. $168, 8 injectors.
Heck yeah, good peace of mind. Yep. Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
But yeah, that was my week. I got a little bit done. I'm still going to do a couple more things to the car, but we're getting close. We're getting close. So that's about it. So.
I had another deal here for you. Always talking about your stuff there.
All right.
With Radial Roundup.
Yeah.
Some parking space. We're locked in.
We are. What was that Monday night? Hollis and Barrett were on.
Barrett. Yep.
So, yeah, that went live. And so it was cool too, because people went last year. They got this week to get in. And so I just got the same exact spot. Me and you talked with Webb and Josh and those cats. And so we're in spot 65. And what's cool, that spot next to it there to the bottom is a light pole. So we kind of got some extra room.
Yeah, it's empty.
And then if you look at spot 42, spot 52 and up, that's all Topeka. That's all Tim and Josh and Chopper. And so, yeah, we're right there with the cool kids and
right across the street.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Yep. Them guys are fun to hang out with and fun to race with. It's always, it's a good time hanging out with them guys.
Yeah. Looking excited for that. So yeah, I've got some good information off their little live feed. And so I locked that in while they were, he sent me the email and it was a lock in 5 minutes. And so we got our spot.
That's like 5 weeks away from yesterday. Ish.
Reminds me I need to turn my vacation in. I just thought about that.
Yep. I'll have to take your car and go without you.
Oh man, that's right.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
We had some local bracket racers take a road trip.
Yeah.
Yep. Dave Dawkins, James Kunkel, and Carl Jones. They went down for some St. Patty's Day bracket racing at Mocan today.
Yeah.
And I was reading James Kunkel's deal. It sounds like his dog made the decision. He says, Buddy, me and Buddy headed to Mocan to do a little St. Patrick's Day racing. Buddy's last minute decision.
There you go.
So the dog said, let's go racing, and he went racing.
That's funny. He's got the Shamrock hat on too for good luck.
Yep.
You know who
Carl
I want to
Jones.
get racing with is Carl Jones. Holy cow! I'll just sweep out the trailer. Do you see the food that he serves every time he goes to the event?
Yep. He always pops up a picture of a skillet or a pull out that's actually probably right there with that flapper that's open, the grill and stuff. Either we need to go bracket racing or we need to talk him into coming small tire racing.
I agree with that.
We're going to pit with him and eat his food. Man, he's always cooking up some good stuff.
Chef Carl.
Yes.
No doubt. Oh, yeah, we'll see how they do. I see Dawkins there as well. Get the old first gen out, but yeah, got some peel out.
Dave said he's at Mocan trying to get his foot brake game on. Thanks to all my buddies that helped me. Going to turn on them wind lights today.
There you go.
Oh, Dave. Yep.
Nice.
Oh, we have another comment. Let's see what's up. Tim says, I'm waiting on valves from RFD. Whatever. Good luck.
Oh,
me too, Tim. I'm waiting on valves too. So
I hope that's a joke.
They're probably going to send you my valves. I got fired. I'm not a good customer. Tim says, not joking.
Oh,
well, see if you can get my valves too. I'll still pay for them.
Oh my goodness.
This person, who's this? Ron. Oh, Ron says, Don R. He meant to say Ron R. He said Steve Beanie went also.
Cool. Right on. Yeah. All the local hitters went down there and get peeled out there. That's going to be a good show. Those guys are a bunch of killers. So see.
Kendall Dean. Oh, Kendall Dean is watching. And
right
speaking of Steve Beanie, Ron has his car at Steve's shop again. Going to get that turbo fitted up and get some wastegate situated stuff going on. So
do some fab work.
Yep. Pretty easy, simple stuff. Hopefully he's ready, in 3 weeks to hit the first radio race.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, it will. Another local car that went out of town, Kurt and Shelly Riffle. They was down in Tulsa testing. And there's one of Dwayne Mills's cars.
I see.
Not sure which one that is behind him. But Kurt and Shelly went down there to test. Haven't seen any results, good or bad, from how things went, but they was down testing.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Ron says he's hoping he gets to make that race. We hope so too, Ron. Get her out. Yep, Kurt and Shelly testing. That's cool. I like that car.
Yeah.
These guys have been putting in some work.
Oh my goodness.
Haven't they? Man.
Tell you what. The pictures say it all, and that caption right there, crashed on the 18th of November. Yeah. Man, on the show December 10th, and now this week, resurrected. That's just awesome work by that whole team.
Yeah, I think, was it like last Friday or Saturday of last week? Or maybe it was one day earlier this week. He delivered it to get the wrap redone, and had Chad melting rod and redoing some tubing and just fix this thing up, and it looks like it's about ready for a drivetrain.
Oh my goodness.
That's a lot of work.
What a story, man. Dedication.
Yeah. How bad do you want it? Them guys.
Yeah.
They want it pretty bad.
Yeah.
I found this. I come across this. I thought this was really cool to bring this up. Wayne Roberts. Wayne made this post. He says, a friend of mine drove by my old racetrack today, which was Kansas International Dragway. It used to be called Wichita International Raceway when he was running it. They're replacing their sign. Look what's underneath. Yes, sir, my old sign. Still a great piece of Wichita history. Good times out there. That's pretty cool if that was underneath.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
His car and Jim's car on there. That's
Yeah.
good stuff right there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chris Whitted is watching. Hey, Chris.
They did a good job when that program's going on. They had a great bracket race, and they would also support, heads up racing back then. And so it was a good time having that track around. Glad to see it's back open. We'll see how it plays out this year.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Pretty neat old sign there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. And while we're talking about drag strips, we got some pictures. Flying H keeps putting up pictures of that darn racetrack.
Look at that.
They're still working on it. All them stands and that concrete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nice.
We got to get over there sometime this year and do some.
Didn't they have some sort of open house or soft opening or something? They had some people out there doing something yesterday.
I think they had like a practice tree type of thing, some type of I don't know what's involved with that, but I think it was involved with that.
Yeah.
A practice tree race or something. But there's people there, like I seen Larry Larson, and these pictures that I got here, we're going to show. I got them from Jason Carter. Made a post. He's in the Kansas City area. Him and Mark Mickey, they had the Malibu before they sold it. But Jason Carter posted some of these pictures, and Larry Larson posted some of these pictures.
Yeah.
Just showing some updates.
Oh, yeah. Nice facility, man.
Tower. Looks like Tower's getting some siding on it.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's nice.
Super nice. Exciting. Man. Glad it's local, close to us. That's going to be awesome.
Man, that's so cool. And the Topeka guys, our Topeka buddies, Tim and Chopper and them guys, that's got to be exciting for them guys. Tim talked about it when we had him, and that's great for them. They got something a little closer that they can go do.
Yeah.
Such a cool facility, man.
Yeah.
And like the picture after this is the same picture, like that one. Mm-hmm. And then this picture here, I just kind of blew it up, and you can see the blacktop pits there.
Sure.
And then there's tractors in the background. You can see, I think that's like multi-level pits. Like it's multi-leveled up there. I remember maybe reading about that a while back when he's talking about this, how that was going to be, staggered pit space. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Really, really cool.
Yeah. Well, it looked like the shutdown went elevated as well there, just like Tulsa and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. There was a better picture. Where's that? That shows it real good right there. That looks like Tulsa, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's looking out there. It makes it nice shutting down and on the return road back.
I like it.
Yeah, it looks real nice. Excited.
Yeah. I loaded up a bunch more Flying H stuff about the classes.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to get into it or save it for another show. And it's about the classes and stuff. I loaded them up, then I kind of thought maybe we should save them for another day, but because,
Go ahead.
It could be maybe some lengthy conversation, but it was like classes, like class specific type of stuff where,
sure.
But we can do it now or we can do it later.
We can save it.
I think so too. We can save it. This week was about no prep, and this stuff I have on Flying H, and the classes there, the outlaw and the limited and that kind of stuff. But
we'll bring them in.
We'll save that for another day. Because I wasn't sure what we'd have for, content. We got a lot of good stuff this week, so
yeah, it was a good week.
We won't be short on stuff. So
no, it's good.
Yeah,
week.
But look at that, them guys. Boom.
Bam. That picture was taken a little later in the day, I'm thinking, because my face is all red and your face is all red. Holy cow. Man, that was a good time, man.
Now we'll get into some Mid America Dragway specific stuff. So, what went on down there this weekend, Rod?
Well, I tell you what, they had the first of 3 Midwest No Prep Series race, and we decided to take the alternate route down there. we took the little detour, even though we didn't have to.
We didn't have to, right?
The little detour, and no issues.
Yep. And that detour was, we exited at Highway 160,
mm-hmm.
and we went east. It's like what, 3 or 4 miles to Oliver,
right?
And it's got a turn off pad. You're not hanging out in the dang road to turn. It's got a turn off pad where you can turn off and then down Oliver. And we did it just to drive it, just to provide some feedback on what that road is like. Man, the road's good. It's good.
I could see why other racers are already using it.
Yeah.
And
it's only 55 mile an hour, but
sure.
But it's fine. You know,
good road. And what was that, 8 or 9 miles south, it seemed like, on Oliver, and then we made our left back east?
I think it was further than 8 or 9 miles. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but it was an easy drive, No,
it's great.
Yep.
But we get there, and what I notice is, we get there. What do we get there, around noon?
Probably 11:40-ish or so.
Yeah. And so, it was good. There was a good line just to get in, as far as, just waiting. They hustled us through, they had people walk in, 2 or 3 people sign in. If you were paying credit card, they had 2 or 3 of those little credit card tabs thing out there. It ain't like you had to get service once you got up to the window, so they were just lining them out, 2 or 3 at a time to pull on up. I thought that was a good looking out there to try to, expedite the line. And so people wasn't waiting in line. And so nice shout out there. Nice touch to Gary Harper on that. I know that was her. And, real smooth. Real smooth. And, man, all I could say is the weather turned out, the spectators turned out, and the concessions turned out. I mean, that was just a great atmosphere going yesterday for sure. And we had a great time there. I'm glad we went and got to see some cars and some cars I don't know, some cars I do know. And but it was interesting being a spectator. I'm not usually a very good spectator, but I was having a great time checking that out. And I know we'll get onto it in a little bit, but like there was that it seemed like after the index cars went down and they started the elimination part of it, that thing was gold. I know they call it no prep, but it seemed like it was a good track, if you will, or good surface.
Yep.
And that pass in the right lane that Ryan Mitchell made on that first hit, I know he was rolling out.
And good.
Looked real good. And no, I mean, just talking about it too, I know we'll get into deep discussion, but like my car of the event that I like, we walked around and we drove around talking to everybody. It seemed like more like a family reunion. Everybody's been away for the winter. And I seen on Facebook where they seem to have they had over 1,500 people there or something. I saw that, and man, everybody was in a good mood and just walking around. See a lot of kids out there, throwing the football around, or pets. And just had a there it is, 1,500.
This is what I was looking for. Yeah.
Golly. And the atmosphere, like I said, it was electric. It was really good entertainment, for $15. Come on. And kids under 17 free. Had a great time. And
this post from Mid America Dragway says, a huge thank you to all the racers and spectators who joined us today for an opening event. Your passion and energy made it an unforgettable day at the track, opening day at that. With almost 1,500 spectators, the atmosphere was absolutely electric. That is freaking awesome.
Man, that was just, and you said it there, was their first event, the opening event for 2024. And Gary and I, before they started eliminations, like we were driving around on the golf cart, and like, not that it wasn't clean before, but like it was just really picked up. There wasn't like stuff around, going down the return roads and looking at the new barriers and just everything was just tidy and clean, and I just thought that hats off to them. Everything was just, they were ready, for this day. That you can tell they put a lot of preparation into it. And we saw where they had some of those, product that they put down for potholes in the pits,
Mhm.
turn roads, and
Yep.
and I know
Looks
they're
just
going to.
like concrete.
Yeah, it does. We drove over it, no problem. And go there and stomp on it or whatever. And we drove around and just kind of checking that out. And we saw the new light poles down there in the big end of the pits, and kind of checked that out and what they're going to do there to put lights up and that sort of thing. That looked awesome
Yeah,
as well.
and
So, it was just cool being a spectator, because you got to see some of that stuff where you're in racing mode. You can't take that time to kind of take it in, and so yeah, it was just it was good.
yeah, and you mentioned that where that's a different, because your stuff runs all the time and you're racing or working on the car. My stuff's broke down a lot, so I'm a spectator a lot, or I'm live feeding or whatever. So I get that. I get a lot of that mingling with the buddies that are there and whoever else. But that's a little different scene for you. And as
Yeah.
far as the live feed goes, I didn't live feed. We talked about it last week. I hadn't planned on it, and I'd thought about it a couple times while we was there, but I just wanted to hang out and watch and just be a spectator. It's not like it's there's nothing hard about it. It's easy to do. I just, and the other thing is I'm a radial guy, and I'm not, the no prep guys aren't my thing. But then to say that, like, I think half of the cars there was raced on radials. You know what I mean?
Real, yeah. I think the
But
finals in True
yeah,
Street were radial cats or radial
yeah,
tires,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that track was pretty good.
Oh, it
It was
was.
it was really good.
Yeah.
But that's my excuse on that. I just
I
I
understand it.
will
And like you said,
yeah,
it
I
was your day
just wanted
off. You wanted
yeah,
to, yeah.
yep. Yeah, I just, there's no you have a win light, there's no board that says it ran this or that. It's just, I'm not making an excuse. It's just, I just wanted to be a spectator to goof off for the day. And that's what we did. We had a good time.
Had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Great time. And yeah, it just, it's just taking it all in, for the last couple of years, where track shutting down, and even this track was, basically on the market for a minute. And,
Yeah, it was.
the business decision to change and to bring in the Harpers by the Maybrowers. I mean, it's just, look what a year has made. And just with the improvements and the facility and the openness to try new things, and yeah, let's give it a shot. And, it's a racetrack for everybody, if you will. And you saw the energy yesterday. You saw it. It was there. It's alive and well. And I want to see what this thing's going to be like next year and the next year.
Oh, yeah.
If they can just
Yeah.
keep stuff. It's just like that one picture you had up a second ago with the spectators. They had those new lights up on the starting line. Now, we didn't get to use them yesterday when we were out there, because they got done in time, which just made how great they ran the cars through, for real. As a spectator, I was pleased with that. And so, but I'm excited to see those new lights, and that sort of thing, and those new barriers that we drove down there and looked at, and to see them like up close, like right there, those are it. I mean, I know we saw them in the picture last week with Harper, but to see them right there up close, that was, that was cool. So
Yeah.
just love.
You mentioned the lights, and I knew Mr. Harper had sent us a message about that. And I was looking for it real big when I found it. He said, waiting. Also, new lights get here next week. So looking to get some of those up before we race in April. So
Nice.
A little bit of feedback from the light situation. That's good.
And you're talking about the lights that are like in the pits on that east side.
Yeah, he wasn't specific, but
that's
some lights. It's a big job nonetheless. So whatever lights get up is a plus. They'll all get up sooner or later.
Yeah.
So
just noticing the ones on the starting line is going to make a huge difference, right?
Yeah, yeah. Those big panel lights that was hanging up there. Yeah. And like you said, this year, last year the Harpers were new as racers. We all knew each other. But the
Mhm.
Harpers come in, nobody knew them. They didn't know nobody. Now we've
Sure.
got a year in under our
Yeah.
belt. Everybody, we all know each other. We got a super awesome line of
Yeah.
communication with the Harpers. They're
Yeah.
super easy to talk to. And
Yeah.
just like the no prep deal, it didn't sound like no prep was ever an option. And then that got worked out.
Yeah.
And then we had a great event. There was a great event down there yesterday, and
Yep.
it was cool. It was
It was
great.
cool. It was cool. Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. I think he's answering our question on those lights.
Yeah, there's 3 comments that popped in here. Hey, fellas. Let's get some comments. Denny Davis says Harpers were the best thing to happen to Mad in a long time. Glad the Maybriars brought them in.
Yep.
100% agree. Mr. Harper says we will have new lights for the 8th.
Okay. Cool.
Not the 8th of April, the 8th
Nah,
month.
8th mile. Yeah.
And pit lights.
Right on.
And he says 10 new poles and lights that will be on the track and the return road.
Nice.
And speaking of the return road, we didn't take any pictures, but man, the return road looked good. There's a big chunk of fresh concrete. That cracked filler stuff is in there. Man.
Yeah. No,
I haven't obviously driven a car on it, but
yeah, it's smooth. And then there was a couple sections where they put a 10 by 15 piece of concrete in, and just got rid of that whole thing. And so, yeah, looks smooth.
Yep. The improvements, man, they're great. It just we got to keep supporting them, and we got to keep showing up.
Yeah. And I know you showed a picture earlier, but me and you probably should have been on the west side and been under that covered deck, the bleachers there, because we got a little sun. But holy cow, I mean, just even to have that, a covered bleacher facility,
let's show them pictures here. I got these right here. So I took like three pictures to kind of show the spectators. This was obviously starting line and the covered side there just a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to see that, it's dark underneath that canopy, but you get the idea.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little further down. You can see spectators, and the start of a line of cars that goes from that fence. And here is another picture of that fence and that line of cars. and this picture, I blew it up. I cropped it a little bit and blew it up some more.
Yeah.
And there's the timing board and a pole. It looks like those wires and those overhead lines are in line with that board. Them cars look like they go past those poles and the timing board.
Yeah.
So
that is such a unique feature to have, to be able to come in there, back your truck up or SUV, put out your lawn chairs, and be able to hang out in that spot and to see the cars go by. And then for a racer point of view, like, I like it because I can come back on the return road, have my window out waving and that sort of thing. Or even when I pull over up there to get out, people are waving or saying good job or whatever. You go up to one of the little kids and give them a high five through the fence, while I'm waiting on Tanner or whatever. And it's just a unique opportunity on both sides for the spectator to get close and set their own area up there and just kind of have their own little spot, little picnic area or whatever you want to call it, where they can hang out. And then for the racer to be able to get that interaction, it's just cool. It's just so cool.
Yeah. What if you got beat in your round and you got kicked in the shorts, you got beat, and you're just not sad, but you're upset you got beat, and you come around there and you're getting pushed back on your golf cart. Tanner's pushing you back or whatever, Keith's pushing you back, and there's little kids, they're hooting, hollering, they're clapping, they're giving you a thumbs up or whatever. You got beat, but these people are right there by the fence when you go by, and they're thumbs up. They're hey, they're hollering at you, hey, awesome, good job or whatever.
That's it.
That's being that close. That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's what it's all about. And like you said, when 2 cars go down, someone's going to lose. And so, you know what I mean? It's just part of the game. But yeah, just to have that energy right there close to you. I mean, that's good stuff, man. That's something I really like about Mad.
Yes, I agree. We got 3 comments. Let's catch this here. What we got?
I mean, and they were packed out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we knew it because we saw the people. We saw the people walking around. We saw people in the stands. But then
Yeah.
you look at a picture like this from from that grandstand down to the timing board. There's those cars there. Well, there's a whole bunch of people hanging out there that
Yeah.
you don't see out mingling in the pits or whatever. So
Mhm.
there's a whole bunch of people we didn't see, but we
Yeah.
knew they was there. So
Yeah.
and I don't know how many people that is that's along there with, there's probably a couple, 2 or 3 people with each vehicle. That's a
Yeah.
lot of people.
Oh, and to your point, when we get back after the final, I think Jordan made a pass there with Jacob, and it was time to go. I think that was the last hit, and we're loading your golf cart up in the truck, and people are coming out of that area and going by, and they're waving us. Hey, Rod. I mean, I saw Greg and 2 other people. I didn't know they were there. I was there 8 hours. I didn't know they were there. You know what I mean? And but yeah, that's exactly right, Gary. I mean, that's exactly right. You know what I mean? People could be making posts right now. Yeah, I was at Mad yesterday. You know, I mean, no kidding. You were out there too. God,
Yeah. Let's catch some comments here before they get out of hand here. Mr. Harper says in April before June 25 poles down the whole right side all the way to the shutdown. Man, that's awesome.
That'd be awesome.
Heck yeah. Mr. Harper says total of 60 new lights for the track. Oh man.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Doing those upgrades. That's just fantastic.
Yeah. Mrs. Harper says, I did not get to see anything except this street final. You must have been busy, man.
So here's a story. We're sitting there and we're on there and we roll around to the, what would that be? The east side of the bleachers. And so we're facing towards the covered bleachers, and we're sitting there and Gary even said, let's go get some fries. I'm like, all right, we're gonna get some fries, but let's wait.
You could smell them. You could smell them across the entire place. Yeah. You could smell them.
Let's just wait till after we get done with this first round.
Yes.
Wrong. And so first round goes, a lot of great action. Got to see some cool racing. Get back over there, and we walk into that concession stand, and there was almost a figure 8. It was like an S.
Yes.
Around there, I was like, "Holy cow!" Well, I should have got a picture of that.
Yes, we missed that. Oh yeah, we missed it.
And I walked back out, and I go, "Let's come back once they start racing again, and hopefully." But shout out to Mrs. Harper and her team running the concession stands. I think I heard on the PA a little later that they sold out of French fries, so we didn't get a shot. But we did bounce in there a little bit later and got her some hot dogs and some corn dogs, and still had a great, afternoon snack, if you will. And so that was a good shout out there.
Let's talk about that for a second. When we went in there, we decided not to wait in that line because when we first looked in there, it was like, is this the line? Or is it just people hanging out, shooting the breeze? Yeah. But we looked further and it's like,
it's a line.
This is an S line inside the building. Yeah. Okay.
Because to your point, when you're looking from the outside, you just think they're in the back there. Like, they're not line,
hanging out.
Yeah, they're hanging out. And then you get a little closer, it's like, holy cow, there's a real line.
Yeah. So when we went back, when everything was done, we went back and we went in there and asked them what they had left. There were some corn dogs, some hot dogs. I got 2 hot dogs. You got some corn dogs. I said, how has the concessions been today? Have you been busy? I looked at the clock on the microwave when I asked her that. It said like 5:44.
Right.
And I said, how was the concessions today? She goes, it was busy from 12 until like just now. Yeah. So for almost 6 hours, it was a madhouse for 6 hours selling food.
Yeah. I remember we were sitting there and this guy walks in, from the back door there, and he had a spatula in his hand. And I was like, hey, you the grill man? He goes, yep. I go, you work today.
Oh, yes, he did. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Those 2 hot dogs was the first time I'd ate since we had a snack on the way down.
Right.
11 o'clock in the morning. So I was hungry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that was good stuff, man. And
so I could miss a few meals though, I'll make it up for sure.
And I heard Mrs. Harper get on the PA too and just talk about, shout out to all the spectators for kind of hanging out, waiting there. She got a brand new team in there, getting their system down and that sort of thing. So hats off to them. New menu and new facility there inside there. So good new team and the new food ideas did well. You got that right.
Yeah, I was I mean, it's my fault / our fault for not getting soup. But the talk about them French fries, I wanted some French fries. I like hot French fries and ketchup. Who doesn't? And you could smell them all day. And we missed out. But we'll get some. It'll happen.
We'll get
and
it.
we will provide a full review of French fries right here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Let's catch up on these comments here real quick. Mrs. Harper says, "Did Gary Putnam go live for me?" No, I did not.
Sick. He's on vacation.
I did not. Yes, I had a vacation day. Thanks, Rod. I pulled a vacation day. Ron, nice car. Bottom. I feel like if she would have put that in caps, like she'd been yelling at me. Bottom.
Yeah. Bottom.
No vacation.
Let's go.
No vacation for you. Demerit. You get a demerit. Mrs. Harper says, Amy and Bobby threatened to kick me out of the tower because I smell like fries. Oh, man.
Like, you can't come up here unless you bring me something.
Bring
That's
some. Right.
You bring me some fries.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We mentioned ketchup. Let me throw this out there.
All right.
In the past, and I was going to make this a suggestion, but I see that it's already fixed. There used to be for ketchup, there was the little packs. You had to tear off the deals, and I'm thinking, man, you need a dang jug with a pump. But then when I got my hot dogs, once we finally got in at the end, and I got my hot dogs, well, there were squirt bottles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I'm not standing there tearing apart the top of 50 little packs to squeeze on my hot dog and, making a mess and squeeze it on, and I'm good. So thank you for doing it. Whoever's idea that was, thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I don't like them little packs are stupid. And Mr. Harper says new food ideas did well. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was also a call out for some $1 bills.
Yeah.
And we were sitting on the golf cart there, kind of at the return road, right in line there. And I knew I had a bunch of ones in my pocket, and you had some ones.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'll take my ones in there if I can get a head of the line pass to buy something with those ones. I'll give them up. I don't want to wait in that big old long line.
Yeah. I went there and gave her $5 worth of ones, and it was one of those deals where I didn't want to be back there for too long. You get sucked in. Like, here, you help. Here, get this.
Oh, right.
Mrs. Harper looked at me like, "Oh my goodness!" Like, I heard you need change. Yes.
I would have given up my ones for a head of the line privilege, but
yeah. Cool.
Mrs. Harper says we will have an extra food truck on site for the next event. We had someone cancel.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool deal. This is Ron. We'll get to the tailgate class, Ron. We'll get there in a second.
Yeah.
And Chad is asking about big tire cars. No, there was not.
No big tire.
But
which was kind of surprising. Especially with Nick talking about maybe some 405 guys would come down and prep a little bit for MPK and stuff. Me personally, I thought maybe Monza or something, just seeing that at Mel Hamilton. I know he just got that off the dyno and I don't know. I was just I was just hoping for something, I just wanted to see some something there with the big tire class, because I just want big tire to do well. I want them to have, the facility is putting on a place for them. And I know in a hot second, if the Studebaker would have been there ready, it would have been dyno. And hopefully Chad was on earlier when we showed the resurrection photo, because we know those guys are just burning the midnight oil over there, getting that thing going. And but you know, I just want to see. It's just racing. I want to see all types of stuff. You know what I mean? And but yeah, so maybe for the May class, or you know, but yeah, no big tire this time.
Yep. There's 2 more, right? 2 more.
Yep.
No prep
May
deals.
11th,
Yep.
October.
Maybe Brandon can make one and bring some friends, and
Yeah.
maybe some feedback from Brandon of the
Yeah.
event would help. Some big tire guys. Hey, come to this. It's cool. It's awesome. Yeah. Another comment here. What do we got from this comment? Mrs. Harper says, "I'll put you to work, Hot Rod."
I know, that's why.
Going to that concession stand.
Don't make eye
Put you to work.
contact. You know, just keep.
Maybe next time, just go to a little outside window so you have an escape.
There you go. There you go.
Nick says Monza car wasn't ready for the dyno. Unfortunately, he was trying.
There you go. Yeah, been cool to see. You know, everybody likes that car. So, or just any big tire car, you know, that can make it out and just get into the class.
Yeah.
You know. So, but
yeah, the concessions was.
That was the talk, man. I mean,
I was just glad there was a few hot dogs left, or I'd have had to get all the way home.
Oh yeah,
you know, or stop in the turnpike for McDonald's.
Yeah. So let's back up for a second too. You know, when we were unloading your golf cart, about that time, I look up and the True Street cars are starting to line up to go out for the cruise.
Yep.
And so we saw that happening, you know, as we were getting unloaded. And my understanding is they had to go left around 8.5 or so miles down to the little quick shop, whatever you want to call that, grocery store, gas station there right off the highway. And then you know, and so we were kind of rolling around looking at the improvements and stuff, and we saw them take out. And then, you know, I don't know, it seemed like 20-30 minutes later, maybe a little longer, because I know they had to do some sort of picture or something down there, you know, and get their picture, or someone take a picture of them to show. And then, you know, here wasn't too much longer. It seemed like 30 minutes or whatever it was, that, you know, here they come back. And so, you know, then you knew, okay, you start counting the cars. I don't know if they had any breakdowns on the cruise. I didn't hear of any.
I didn't hear. Yeah.
It seemed like everybody that left, you know, came back. I think that looked like the Mel Hamilton Mustang, the yellow one, was like the little, you know, chase vehicle,
chase car. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Nick can confirm.
Yeah. Nick's watching. He can verify if there was any that fell out. Maybe.
Yeah. Looks like he's got you there.
Oh.
What was that, Nick?
Who was it, Nick? We had one, unfortunately, he's saying, that didn't make it. Who was it, Nick? Mr. Harper says also one didn't make it.
Got hot.
Oh, got hot. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, that's not very far to drive. My car can make that easy peasy, no problem. But you got to do it. You know,
about 17 miles or so, roughly, right? And don't know if that's the same thing they're going to do when they do the daily, or not the daily, but the with I'm drawing a blank, at the radial race. What's it called? I gotta get my flyer out. Daggone it.
Nick says the black third-gen Camaro with no alternator and water pump died. That sounds like a disaster from the get-go.
Yeah.
That sounds like, what? Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Know.
Yeah, the Dragon Drive. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh,
the Dragon Drive. You know, I'm assuming they'll do the same type of deal. I don't know if they're going to go down to the gas station back. But
Mr. Harper says it's a further cruise for Dragon Drive.
There you go.
You know, if your car you get X amount of miles and it's cool, it's probably good to go, unless you have a fan failure or a water pump failure.
Sure. Yeah, make sure you turn all the switches on.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
This is the point right here. That's why we do a drive, and Nick is right. You know, you don't have to go very far to find out if your stuff's going to get hot.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think the name of the class is called True Street.
Right.
There you go. Yeah. So, well, that'll be cool. May 4th heads up race, small version of Drag and Drive.
Yeah, Mrs.
So,
Harper. Yep.
But so yeah, we watched that go back, and everybody's starting to cool their cars off. About that same time, they started running index and that sort of thing. And
The index cars started prepping the track, right?
That's exactly right.
That's what it seemed like.
They got like 2 hits, right? You know what I mean? To get their stuff out in, and yeah, exactly right. But like, I'm here to tell everybody that's an index racer that goes to the let's call it the radial races out there. If
Charles McPherson.
That exactly, if you're worried that your index car was not going to be able to perform on this no prep event, I'm here to tell you that you're in. So bring your 580, bring your 650, bring your index cars as well. That 750 and yeah, it was definitely there, and I think there could be a lot more index coming in locally. Maybe everybody wasn't ready, and so. Yeah, I'm just here to tell you guys, if you're thinking you don't want to bring your index car because it's a no prep series, you can come on because the track will be fine for you. Yeah.
Nick says he was rolling 90 mile an hour back, windows down, having a blast. That's the same way he was doing wheelies on the track too, with the windows down, having a blast.
What's going on there? You just used the back 2 tires on that thing. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe when he rolled by in the wheelie, he was going to give high fives or something.
That might have been it. Yeah.
So before we lose it, go back to what you're talking about, the index stuff. Like, we had talked maybe on the way home or a little bit this afternoon about, Charles McPherson could come run that class. And like you said, Brian Wise, you guys, and the newer Challengers, Camaros, that type of stuff.
That daily class, I'm here to tell you, if you have any kind of V8 with any kind of boost or nitrous, you can come run daily. And so all these new F-150s with boost, or any of these Mustangs with a turbo or a Coyote, and that sort of thing, like it's open there. I mean, and it is just a good time. And I'm here to say that there's plenty of opportunity there. You talk about get in where you fit in, and that was it. So yeah, that was definitely a good time. And the person that won daily was an old 55, right, with an LS turbo or something.
Yep.
Wasn't he from your old area or something?
He's from Salina, yeah.
So he came down all the way from Salina, got in where he fit in, and had a good time, and he was just going laps. He still had this original steering wheel in it, about this big, driving that thing. And he was rolling through there. So it was cool to see that thing there. I think it was a 55. I'm not for sure, but looked like it. Yeah.
Here's a good question for that.
Oh, Nick.
Brian, you shouldn't ask these kind of things. You should just show up and run it. And then,
well, we already know the answer. We already know the answer, because there was a black Explorer, like an 06, 07 Explorer, that was rolling with the turbo. Now it kind of got out lazy, but I kicked it into high gear. That thing came on, and he was driving that thing. Yep. So I mean, 4-wheel drive is allowed in daily, no doubt about it. Yep. All-wheel drive Explorer. That thing was running, all black. It had 4 drag radials on, one on each wheel there. It's like, holy cow, what's this thing?
A couple times it almost looked like a crash.
It did. He was definitely driving it all the way to the crash there,
It was this.
You know what I mean? My wife's got one of those Explorers. I turn in the Walmart parking lot, it feels like it's top heavy. I couldn't imagine driving that thing over 100 miles an hour or something. And when he did his burnout, it was like no smoke. Boop, right there. Okay, let's see what this thing can do. You know what I mean? And,
maybe, Brian says, see you next one. Maybe him and Brian need to match up.
There you go. It's going to be a good time. I'll tell you that. And we'll see what that thing could do. But yeah, anything late model with any kind of booster nitrous, and Chargers or Camaros or Mustang, get in. You know what I mean? That was nothing but a good time. Heck, some of those, even those diesel trucks, can run that number down there, what those dailies were running. You know what I mean? You unhook your tow vehicle if you got the chip and some boost there. Holy cow. But yeah, definitely. I definitely can see daily picking up 15, 20 cars easy, and
That should
yeah,
be a 30 car plus deal.
yeah,
Easy.
easy.
Just
And
people out having fun.
that's it. That's it. Come on.
Oh, we
That's
got another
exactly
comment.
right.
Catch this comment. It's Nick. Nick says we work really hard on the daily rules to make sure cars like mine stay out.
Yeah. No,
Gotcha.
there you go.
Yep.
There you go.
And that includes my car and Troy's car. Troy's car is a street car. It has a tag. My car is a race car. It's I mean, there's no beating around the bush about it. It's a race car with a license plate and insurance. And
Mm.
so and it's exactly what Nick says there. Make them stay out. Make sure cars like mine stay out, like his, like mine, like Troy's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you got
it's
to keep that
daily
stuff
deal.
out.
I think that purple, there's a late model Challenger, right? That
Yeah.
purple one. And I don't know exactly what he had done to it, but it ran good. And so that's another one that was there. So yeah, just late model cars like that, that got a little stuff done to it, some boost or nitrous or exhaust or whatever. That's perfect class for you to get in and have some fun. No doubt about it. Yeah.
Fred Kaufman is watching. Fred, why weren't you racing something? You're always racing something.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Fred out there earlier as well. I mean, most of the time I saw him, signing autographs and that sort of thing. But
Yes.
when after all that was over, I'm surprised he didn't have. I don't know if he was racing or not. I didn't get to see.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
And you can't look for Fred's Camaro because any car sitting on the property could be a car Fred's racing because he can jump in anything and put you on the trailer.
Yeah, it don't
He
matter.
will whip your ass in anything. So any car could be the one that Fred's racing.
Right on.
So look out.
Yeah.
Here's on that purple Challenger.
Okay.
Joey Wright. Joey Wright, I think, if I'm right, I think Joey Wright is the one from Salina with the flatbed little turbo truck. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joey, but I didn't know that until I looked for your picture of your truck. But he says it was a red eye Hellcat, the purple car.
Okay. Yeah, no, that thing ran good, and he was getting in when he fit in. So,
and he says yes, sir. He says yes. He's Joey. That's him in his truck, and that was a Hellcat.
Nice.
And I bet they had a freaking blast. I bet they had fun.
Yeah. And then, so let's talk about the 750 class. Remember that?
Yeah. I don't know if I have. Okay, I had to look at a picture here.
Yeah. What do you think about that? That was a cool class.
Yeah, I think what I remember the most was the final. You said, well, I didn't hear him do a burnout.
That's exactly right. We sat there waiting, and all of a sudden the cars, we kind of were talking around the side, and all of a sudden these two cars take off, and they had the final, and I'm like, what was that? He's just here, and I go, well, I guess no burnout kind of got us there.
We didn't even hear him do a burnout.
Yeah. So what we're talking about there is in the final, there was two Teslas, one white, one red. I think the one white had a red light. Is that right in the final? I
think so. Yeah. And that's our buddy, Justin McMurtry. Everybody knows him from driving the Durango with this LS, really fast car. Hopefully he brings that back out and races with us soon.
Because could that be a true street car? That, the one you're talking about, the Durango?
Oh, I believe. Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless there's something in the rules that I haven't looked real hard at the rules, but I believe so. I mean, it's as true street as the rest of them, I believe. Sure. There's nothing crazy about his Durango.
No. And I know Cliff really well, Cliff Aiken, so I'll call him out right now. Like, his car fit perfect in true street.
Yes.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, no, it's a good time. And but yeah, so anyway, the final for 750, these Teslas are in there.
A couple Teslas.
Oh yeah, they went down every time. So that thing was running 750 on the number. And so yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
That was Carter James is watching. Jesse James's son. Hey Carter.
Right on. Right on.
Um,
Sorry I didn't make it out.
there was, there was some Facebook posts with pictures, numerous ones, and people was getting in there. Let me catch this comment real quick. This is Chris Wilson. Chris Wilson says, my wife has a Hellcat Durango. It's a cool ride. So that's a Durango like SUV.
Yeah.
And McMurtry's Durango is like,
but that's old 70s.
I don't even know what year it is.
Yeah, but these new Hellcat Durangos, there's a couple of people at work that have those too. Especially, I mean, they make good money. Hell, I think Farm Truck and Asian have a couple of those and stuff. I mean, those things roll out. And
isn't that a Jeep? Is that a Jeep that?
Yeah, they have. That's right. You're back. Yeah,
but
those those things roll out. No, you're right.
We had with the pictures, not pictures with the the postings of the pictures. There'd be people commenting, and there was some feedback, really good feedback that we want to shout out here.
Yeah,
that's not it. It's this one. Peyton Westbrook. Peyton, and I've got a picture of his car on the right hand side. He was in the 580. He actually won the 580. But he had something to say here. What a weekend. Went down to Mid America Dragway, raced in the Midwest No Prep Series, and it did not disappoint. I cannot say enough about the track. The new return road and barriers are amazing. Also, this fat kid got to eat, and the French fries that had there now are just how I like them. Laugh out loud. I couldn't have done this without my team behind me. I can't begin to explain how amazing everyone was. Hustling back and forth to get the ready in between rounds was a chore, but Wanda was always ready. Wanda is a winner. Nice. There's some more feedback like this, just great feedback like that from the people.
Yeah, and he won 580, right?
Yeah. And he's a local guy. Yep.
Yeah, and had 2M Motorsports in the back, right, on his glass. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
He says it was. Yeah, he says it was so much fun. I'm very happy with how great the event was today, and loved to see all the hard work and dedication that the staff had. The new concession menu was amazing, and I can't even begin to talk about how great it was for the return road and the new barriers. Thank you for everything you guys are doing for us at the track.
Nice. That's
good feedback.
Yeah.
And here's some more. Robert Beach. I looked at this guy on Facebook. I don't know where he was from, but obviously he was here. He said, the first time ever visiting y'all's track, and got to say you guys put on a good event and manage it really well. Even with the amount of people there, races flowed and kept the show going. Awesome job with track staff. This is the important part right here. He said, I will definitely be back. That's important. You put on a good show. You have a great show and put on a good show like that for everybody to see. And this dude's going to come back. It's the first time he was there. He's going to come back. That's a return customer. That's great.
That is. He's obviously from the South if he's saying y'all's.
Y'all, yeah, I looked on his, I couldn't see. I even tried his picture there, with the car on the track. I tried to figure out what track that was, and I just couldn't figure where he was from. But it can't be terribly far away.
Roll up for the day or something.
But that's very important that he says, I will definitely be back. A returning, a happy guy, returning customer. That's huge.
Yeah, that is huge. Hey, before you go on, grab Gary's comment there, Mrs. Harper.
Mrs. Harper says, Peyton won his entry for sharing our post and getting the most likes on his picture.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. Heck
yeah. I remember that post. Yep. I remember seeing that.
Yeah. No, that's
and I didn't know till recently that he was local.
Yeah. I didn't either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is by Hayesville, so that's all right.
Here's another piece of feedback. This was two different posts. This person, Tracy Weber, says, amazing turnout by the spectators, and the show ran smoothly. The Harpers and the whole staff did a great job. The racers put on a great show. Can't wait for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. And Steve Whitekemper says, such a great event with great racing all day long. Track staff did an amazing job from the concessions to the track. They did amazing. And more good feedback.
Yeah.
Dennis Weldon says, not a better deal for family entertainment anywhere. At $15, that's cheap. And the hamburger and food you guys served was great. Long line at the concession was a little slow, but the staff was working hard. Now get those racers to come out and put on some more great shows. The fans will come. Thumbs up. Good job.
Man, that's a great feedback all around from Dennis. He hit it all right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is great feedback from people.
Yeah. Hey, let's bring Jesse James's question in. Let's talk
Jesse
about
Harper. Jesse says, wish we would have been able to make it. Who won the best 60-foot money? Oh, that's a good question. I forgot all about that.
So we're ready for an answer, Nick, or
is that going to have to come from Nick or Mrs.
Harper? Yeah, I mean the tower. They were going to turn the scores off, but
man, I completely forgot about that.
What was that, a hundo?
Was that was sponsored by Jesse and Top Notch Heating and Cooling, right?
Right. Yeah.
Man, Nick, we need to know.
Yeah, let's go. Let's. I mean, we'll just wait it out. Gary has it. Let's see what it is.
Mr. Harper says Mrs. Harper has it. So okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nick says, I've been putting on and helping with races for a long time at 5 different tracks, and mad crew and management is the best. Man.
All right. Oh, that's good stuff. Now, for that money, was that for Small or True Street? I forgot.
I don't know.
Help me out.
Nick says he didn't see the times, but
no, he didn't see the times. He wasn't upstairs, but Mrs. Harper was supposed to have that.
Yeah, and Mrs. Harper has the info.
Because I think, man, I thought it was for Small Tire.
Yep, Jesse commented here. Jesse says, Small Tire Gangsters 100 for Small Tire. So
yeah, I'm sure that went to Mitchell.
Mrs. Harper, what do you got?
I think that went.
I completely forgot about that.
There it is. Mark Casper won the best.
Okay.
There it was. Okay.
He was actually the winner. So
yeah, Silhouette first Pro Charger blow through. There we go.
Okay. Mrs. Harper says, guys, that was 100% my fault. I was stuck in concessions and I forgot to remind somebody to give me the 60-foot. So I pulled the numbers from the computer today. Mark Casper won and will be mailing his money to him. Cool. And Nick says it was me on the back tires.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, he ended up winning that whole event, Hey, good for him. Came down, ran his race. So
Jesse says, badass. Thank you. And Jesse, thanks to you for throwing in something to a special achievement, or what do you want to call it?
Yeah.
A little extra, a little extra something.
Drop some gas money.
Yeah.
Probably paid half his entry.
Yeah.
Good, cool.
The shout outs. I got a picture here. We was talking about the improvements and everything, the food and all. And last week we talked with Mr. Harper about the concrete wall and that kind of stuff. Well, you and I drove down the golf cart, right? And you got out and stood next to that wall. So here is a perspective of that wall versus a grown man. And there it is.
There it is. Yeah. Got it all lit up there. And you see the little arrow going there for the return road. So, and this is the first return off, if you will. And, but yeah, we got to check it out and look at the barriers and see all that.
We was down there scouting out stuff. And then here come the Ford pickup.
Yeah.
You guys need to get out of there. They're getting ready to run.
Ready to go. Yeah.
We was snooping around, taking pictures and looking at stuff. But I wanted to get this picture to give a contrast of a grown man versus what that wall looks like, so everybody can kind of get a real good idea of what that looks like. It's it's like up to your rib cage.
Yeah.
And good stuff. Good upgrades.
Great upgrades. That's a good picture there, just to kind of show that off, and you can see everything they've done. It's just really good.
Mrs. Maybriar is telling Jesse, thank you and the Small Tire Gangsters for doing this for that 60-foot bonus.
Heck yeah.
Jesse says, no problem. We will be doing something for the Heads Up Series 2. Just have to get car back together first.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
This is Mr. Harper. Mr. Harper says white paint is coming and big red arrows for off spots to turn off.
Sure. Off. There you go. No, it's good. And you see they got some barrels there as well. I know they don't have anything in them now, but I think they're going to have some water in them or something, to help with that as well.
Yeah, he said something about some water barrier barrels. This is our buddy Craven. He says, I absolutely love what they're doing at Mid America.
Heck yeah.
And Craven, we love that you're taking your time on a Sunday evening to hang out with us and talk about it.
I mean, that's track owner to track owner right there talking.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. The rest of the stuff I have is like some pit pictures you took.
Let's do it.
Some winter circle stuff and all that. So, okay. We was at a no prep race.
Okay.
Before I put this picture up,
mm-hmm.
Let me repeat. We was at a no prep race.
The race that was yesterday?
Yes.
Now the one down at Mid America that says Midwest No Prep Series. This
absolutely.
Okay, yeah,
that's where we was at.
This race right here, right?
That race on that flyer. That's a no prep.
I remember that.
Let me catch these comments real quick. Because I was going somewhere with that.
Oh, got to keep it coming. We can talk about that later.
Facebook user Craven says, need to get Chris, Carl, and I on one night. Craven, whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it,
lock it.
We're game, dude. We just need to set up. We will do anything you want to do. You guys are so awesome.
Lock it in. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Amy Music says about the airplane. Okay. Mrs. Harper says 17. Okay. 17 and free was a big hit. 17 and under. Gary and I, this is Mr. Harper, not me. Mr. Harper and I had discussed it before we went but when Craven announced it for Mocan, we took, I think she means,
took the leap in, decided to do it.
Yeah, we took the leap in for Mocan, not Mocan, but Ozark.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesse James says, I'm curious why Beater Bomb was there Friday and left and didn't race. I don't know.
Yeah. No.
I'll leave it at that. I don't know. You'd have to ask him. Okay. Let me go back. Let's go back here. We was at a no prep race.
Right.
Right.
This race. You want to do it again? This is the race, right?
That, right?
Okay. That's the race.
There.
We got thrown off there. All right.
We was definitely not at a car show.
No, we definitely wasn't at a car show.
You could not tell. You could not tell by this car. This was at the racetrack at the no prep. We was not at a car show.
No.
If you did not see this car, you missed out.
This car.
This was so nice.
I've been waiting on this. So this was worth the price of admission right here.
Holy
the $50 that I paid to walk around this car. This cat drove all the way from Minnesota. And
hey, time out.
All right.
Did we get the story on that? Was he just in the area coming or going from somewhere and he found out about this?
I don't know.
Surely he didn't come.
AJ Taylor said he rolls down, does other things like at H-Town, and this ain't like the first time he's been south.
Holy cow. Okay.
Yeah. And but this car is an LS single, and just look at that fabrication. I mean, it's just so nice,
dude. This car was so nice.
It looked like it was a brother team, and maybe another person, but just very nice, very professional. Talk to everybody. I mean, just looking at this car, and it ran the number too.
It did.
This car, not to say anything, but it won True Street, right? And this is the car that won True Street. And go back a picture. Go back a picture.
Oh,
what tires on that car?
I believe it's a radial.
It is. It's a PPR.
I
And
don't
this
know.
Poland. I know. I mean, I don't know because I don't see time slips, but I'm assuming it looked like it was running high fours, low fives. I don't know. I didn't have my stopwatch out. You know what I mean? But like this thing was just very, very nice.
We was counting Mississippi's though.
Yeah. I know that's right. But yes, this car was so nice, and just a great. It's just good to see a nice new car and just rolling out. And they did a really good job. You can tell they're good at what they do, and so yeah, very impressed. And so hats off to them. I'm glad they won out, and so
yeah, if this car was in my garage, my first thought wouldn't be, let's go no prep this car.
Oh, I know, right? Seriously.
It was so clean. I couldn't own something this clean. And anybody that knows me and has seen my car knows I don't keep my car this clean. Maybe when it's brand new, fresh paint, brand new.
Hey,
then it's all downhill from there.
Let's stop for a second, Gary. You always tell me that you're going to have to paint your car white because, white cars go fast. This thing is red. And it was rolling. I know it goes fast, but what is this? 69, I think. I don't know. My Chauvel's that too.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics on the year.
Super nice car. I just sat there and took several pictures of this car and was sending them back. And it ran just as good as it looks too. So yeah.
Here's Nick. Nick says he drove all the way to race with us. Wow, cool. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, great deal. And I know they were here Friday. I'm assuming they were here Friday night. They got a great spot. Had a sleeping quarter set up but yeah, that was a cool car.
And this dude's name is it's Kyle Wayne. I think if I wrote that right, Kyle Wayne. Mr. Harper says Kyle is a bad man. He races at Grove Creek and in Iowa a lot. Okay. Yeah. So Mr. Harper knows the guy.
Cool.
Chauvel's to the front. That's Chris Wilson. Chauvel's to the front. Of course you would say that.
He used to have a Chauvel with an LS with a turbo. Is that what I'm thinking?
Tracy Lynn says that car was so clean. I thought it was asked if he was only showing it. That's what we thought too.
Go back to the engine picture again. Yeah.
You're gonna have to talk about this for a second. I gotta right there.
Yeah.
I gotta take care of something real quick.
Yeah, no problem. Just putting it out there. I mean, this car looked like it had a Jose on it, just coming through, very nicely set up, everything meticulous. Nothing. There wasn't like, let's just go ahead and put this, hose through this. You can just tell everything was thought out, very meticulous, very, very good job on the coatings, the welds, just the way everything was placed in there. There was no afterthought. There was no like, we're just going to put the fuel pressure regulator here. You could just tell it was studied, work of art. Very, very nice car. This is a good picture that we took, but it doesn't do it any justice. And underneath and even inside look just as nice. Like I said, car, spooled up good, bumped in good. I mean, like he was definitely on his game. Suspension worked out. And like I said, I don't know any of the time slips or nothing, but it was rolling out. And so, yeah, Kyle, thanks for bringing this down. Hope to see you again in May. And definitely, if you're going to get in the point series, you already won the first one. And so that's definitely a nice ride. So looks like Jesse James said it was a 68, which he had a gold one as well, looks like. And but yeah, very cool car. But sounded like Nick already knew him. Maybe he hit him up first, to say he was coming. But yeah, very nice. Everything was in its place for sure. But and then he made it to the finals, and he was supposed to race the green Duster. And so they made their way through. And so since there were some extra cars in True Street, we were just kind of waiting on this last lap. It would have been Kyle and then the Chauvel and Tony Folks's boy with the green Duster, and that's what we kind of were waiting on. And the Duster had a little issue, and so this Kyle, they gave him some time, and they had an electrical thing or something, and so that race did not happen, and so they ended up having to call it. But both of those cars were on radials. Both True Street finals would have been on radials, which I'm just saying, I don't have a difference between radials or floppies or whatever, but like the track was ready. I mean, like this thing was rolling. And, but yeah, nice car. Glad it came down. Hope it comes back again in May, and so, yeah, no, that's good. What was your thought about this car, Gary? What was your first take?
I could not believe how nice and clean it was, and that it was from Minnesota, such a long ways away.
Sure.
Yeah, that car was really nice.
Yeah.
And if he came down for the first one, why would he come back for the second or third one? Nick said he came down for it. So
yeah,
you win one, you'd want to go, man, let's go back and win some more.
Yeah, for real. And why can't he come back to the Drag and Drive? I mean, seriously, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he did the cruise and everything, no problem. So yeah,
like this picture here, it's like he doesn't even run oil in it. It's so clean. There's no.
He's messing around.
Huh?
That's an inside joke.
Inside joke. It is so clean. Wow,
that's really clean. It's really clean. Yeah. No, it was great to see that car on the property and meet some new people, and it like I said, it ran as good as it looks,
do you know if he knows Brian Carpenter and them guys? I wonder. Probably.
I wonder. I'm gonna reach out to Carpenter.
I was wondering that too. Yeah, probably should have asked him.
Yeah, I'll definitely circle back.
Oh, wrong button.
So, what else you got?
Well, that'll give guys something to shoot for. Like, okay, that car won. If it comes back, they need to shoot for beating that car.
There you go. He set the pace there, right? Set the tone.
That's right. And it's a 3-race points deal. So,
right.
Yeah, if you're in that points deal, you got to kind of wonder and watch what he's going to do. Is he going to come back? If he don't come back, that changes things a little bit.
Sure.
A little bit of strategy with the guys in the points. Yeah. Who's this? Oh, Dave Music. He says, hope he brings some of his buddies with him if he comes back. Yeah, that's a good point.
Absolutely. Well, and that's just it. He's going to go back and talk to his buddies and his friends, and he's going to hopefully talk to the Carpenters, because we'll reach out to him to see if they know him. But he had, he brought money with him, right? Or took money back home with him. And so, like, he's going to talk about the facility, talk about the crowd, talk about the track. I mean, like, he ain't going to have anything bad to say,
right.
And so he had a great outing. And so, yeah, definitely.
I see Joey Heichel is watching.
Cool.
Yep. Hi, Joey. How are you?
But yeah, the track, this car was just very, very nice. And I'm glad it came down. Hope it comes back and that sort of thing.
So how much was it to win True Street? Nick, I know you probably, or Mr. Harper, somebody has that info. How much was the winnings for True Street? Question mark.
Yeah.
Yep. Some more pictures we got. There's some more pictures of that Chevelle, but I'm kind of going to go in order of what you sent me here. But the Campbells are in True Street. Shannon and Jordan Campbell. This is their new edge. Shannon owns the car. He's just kind of in the background. He's the owner. He's in the background. Not the background of this picture, but in the background of this scene with the car. Yeah. Jordan, his son Jordan, is the tuner with the fuel tech, and Jacob Novacek. Everybody knows Jacob Novacek Novacek Machine Shop. Everybody knows Jacob. He's the driver. So they've collaborated together. Jordan tuning, Jacob driving. They give each other feedback, and Shannon's just back in the corner to bounce ideas and stuff off and verify, tune up questions and stuff. And they had an issue. They found the problem late in the day with the test pass. So there'll be a car to watch in that True Street as the next two events go along.
Sure. Yeah. And this could be a drag and drive car as well.
Yes. Yeah.
And what I like about this, like you explained that back of how that show is running there. And, but what I like about it is, the second generation now coming in, doing the tuning, doing the driving, collaborating with Shannon's money. And so that's
Yeah.
good deal there. And why not, just instead of having these cars just sit in the driveway or in the garage, let's bring them out and peel out. Like you said, they made some great passes before. They were trying to get it come up on boost a little bit more, end up having a pressure sensor issue that they found. And so now they got to, make a new map and get their suspension dialed in. And it's going to be cool. I mean, I'm excited to see this car the rest of the year, not only with the Midwest No Prep, but any of the Dragon Drive as well. If that's what they decide to do, they got plenty of opportunity to go to some racing.
Yeah, and Shannon thinks their problem they found with the sensor has been a problem ever since they owned the car. So
yeah, that makes sense.
It's they won't have to like start over, but it'll be a different car. It'll be a different animal next time out for sure.
Sure. There you go.
Here's the True Street answer. Mrs. Harper says True Street was 1,400 to win and 350 to runner up. Cool, good info.
Cool.
Mr. Harper says, Mr. Harper says Jacob is a real wheel man.
There you go.
We saw that.
He came up there at the end. So
later.
Yeah.
You had some more pictures here. You had some like some pit pictures of stuff.
Yeah. This is on that west side. Just looking at some of these tailgates and that sort of thing. And I know we'll get to in a second, but that the winner of the tailgate, I really was I like that little truck. So, but this is just taking pictures down there and just kind of seeing the pits filled out, if you will.
Yep. Yeah. This is Nick's pits, Nick and Goose, and Mike Peters' old Chevelle.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. Goose there. I was watching him in his little test sessions, qualifying, whatever you want to call him. I think he was running the 580 class, and he was running it right on the number every time. And if I remember right, Nick can let me know, but I think he turned on the red light there in the first round. And but yeah, I mean, that car rolls out. That little Chevelle's nice. And,
was it just entered in one class, or was it like the 580 and the small tire?
That's all I saw the 580. I don't know if he ran. I don't remember him now because they just had the 3 pair there in small tires. So I just remember him rolling out in 580, which is still getting after it, so yeah, that thing was dialed in. So maybe next time I have a little better luck,
Yep.
And somebody brings it back, but there you go. Went red. So
there's some more underhood of that Chevelle. Woo-wee.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's what I was talking about when you stepped out for a second. Look at all that fabrication. I mean, that is just really, really nice. And like I was saying before, it ain't like let's just put this pipe right here. I mean, they thought this whole thing out,
Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
That's the stuff I like. I like looking at stuff like this. Like,
really symmetrical.
Yep. And it was coated. It's probably a high temp type coating and stuff, and just really, really nice piece.
Yeah, definitely.
We got some comments here to catch up on.
For me, this was the car of the event, for me.
Yeah.
Like this is the one that okay.
Yeah. Like what you're saying, like it'd be the best to show. It'd be the best engineered,
right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And it won its class. Dang.
Yeah. Yeah. So
he went, Jacob says he went 009 red.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah.
Yeah. Was Goose. Man, close.
Yeah.
He was just running 580. Okay.
That's what we were thinking.
Mark says another nice Chevelle. Mark, if you wasn't there to see that Chevelle.
Yeah. Well, both of them were nice. I don't know if he, talking about the other one, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Goose's Chevelle.
But yeah. So yeah, it was definitely Chevelle day out there. And so nice.
Nice picture.
Yeah. Beautiful car.
Yep. The 55 Chevy action.
55, it ran good. He ran in a small tire. Yeah, he got Ryan first round, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And so, nice little 55 there. And then
Narrow.
what was it called? The
Snot Rocket?
Snot Rocket, yeah. Pro Charger, big block, zoomies. Yeah, another small tire car that was out there. Yeah.
Now, did this car break or have trouble? You know,
Yeah.
we was on the fence on the west side, and
Right.
Ryan Mitchell was in the left lane, and his wife would be backing him up. Well, she was also talking to people along the fence where we was at.
Sure.
I thought somebody was asking her about this car, and she said it broke or was broke, but
I'm not
it
sure.
it didn't have real great success on the track. Like something had some trouble.
Yeah.
Really
Looks like,
cool looking car,
yeah. No, I think
heavy
they
duty
have,
piece.
yeah.
Oh, okay, that
Piece.
that
Yeah.
explains it.
Yeah.
Broke the transmission,
Yeah.
man.
That thing was all about being rowdy. You
Woo!
know what I mean?
Yes.
He was firing that up in the
Dang.
pits, just letting it run, and had up on jacks and cycling the tires, and that was a chopping. And then, of course, coming out there and doing his burnout and everything. Yeah, that thing was nice.
Had the that's Tracy Lynn. Where is that car from? Oh, he just answered that. Wyoming. What?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, that was cool, man. That's
Was
another
he
long haul, right?
was he just in the area, or did he come here for that? Friday night, Snot Rocket, and that 55 was straight flying.
There you
Man.
go. Yeah, a little test session, getting it in.
Mark says, hated to miss, but at home trying to change my spectator.
Ooh, that was my bad.
Oh, spectator status to participate. Okay. Yeah, I seen the picture of you guys working on an engine. All right. Dang, came here for this race. Well, they got to come back then, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Harper says he came for the race, tired of the snow.
That's awesome.
used
Yeah,
to
that was a
race.
nice little car as well. Appreciate the long haul, and I just had to see what that thing could do.
Mrs. Harper says the Snot Rocket team drove through a snowstorm to come race.
Was that
Man.
that one in Colorado, right?
The
That
Snot
makes
Rocket?
sense. Yeah, I mean the one Keith was in. Remember the snowstorm?
I bet. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
He bailed the day before that.
yeah.
He said, I'm out. I'm going home.
Yeah,
He was,
that snowstorm that rolled through there, close to I-70 and all that. So that's what they're talking about there.
yeah,
But
that's right. Yeah. He was in Colorado last week. Amy says that 55 was hauling Friday night.
nice.
Man, well, hopefully they'll come back was that May 11th?
11th.
Yes.
May 11th.
Wow. There's more cars from out of town than
Locally.
more cars from out of state than local.
Yeah.
That's really cool. You got a picture of Ryan's car in the pits.
Yeah. So he was there.
This guy's name's Mark, right? Mark Casper.
Silhouette. And he ended up being the small tire winner. And so he got the right lane in the final, just talking about his race and that sort of thing, and he raced Mitchell. And what I saw just talking through it, everybody has their own to talk through, but it looked like he rode a nice A to B pass.
Yeah.
And the right lane. And he just ran his own race and ended up taking the win there. So that was cool to see him do that. And it sounds like he must have done pretty good on the 60-foot there. I wonder if that last pass was his best 60-foot, and so, yeah, but that's another Pro Charger big block deal.
Yeah.
And I seen that car last year. He ran a small tire with us, as well. And
we've seen him at Kid also in some no prep stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody says, this is Facebook user. Oh, Flip Williams says, where was that 55 Chevy from? I'm kind of partial. Of course he is. Yeah. Amy Osmond says, and she's a worker there at the track, so she would know this is solid info. She says lots of them said during payouts they would be back. That is outstanding.
If you're getting paid, you're coming back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That's great.
And that little Mustang in the background, didn't it run True Street, right? That little silver one back there, the LS?
I think so, yes.
He was in True Street. Made it to the semis, if I remember right. He might have lost to that Chevelle. I don't remember exactly, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. This Facebook user, this is Jacob Novacek. Jacob says, I'm a little behind the show. You're late, Jacob. We start at 7 p.m. for future reference. But thanks for the shout out. We hope to be some contenders at the next race. Going to have to figure out some front shocks to stop looking at the sky. We figured it out in the golf cart last night. Just weld a little rod and just a solid little rod in there to hold the front end.
That's it. Well,
That'll work.
You know, Jacob and Jordan, Shannon, they already won because they're there racing. You know what I'm saying? They're there having fun with, as their little group. And, so everything just memories, you know what I mean? So they're in line.
If I was them, I just would not be able to wait to release the trans brake again because they found the problem that the car has always had.
Sure.
And the next event can't come fast enough.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I'm not joking here. The May 4th race, they could do the Dragon Drive. And then the May 11th would be the next one.
Yes. More laps, more testing.
Yep.
Who is this? Oh, this is Jacob. Jacob says the kiddo had to go to bed. All right. I'll let you slide. Okay, so with talking about the results, this is a post from Mid America Dragway. They altered their post with more info, but this is all the winners and runners up. That no prep should say True Street at the top there. True Street. Go ahead.
We're not done here. Where's that truck?
What? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I got it. It's in the pictures down below. It's in the pictures after this with the pictures of the small tire, True Street, tailgate, daily driver.
Okay. I'll let it go. Yeah.
Sorry. This was just a thing I grabbed that had everybody's names in it because we didn't know some of the names. Yeah. This is a comment from Jacob here. Jacob says, Jordan Campbell.
Like you said before, I only see 4 Kansas, 5 Kansas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 7 to 5 there. Out of town, like you said.
Yeah. The True Street winner, Kyle Wayne from Minnesota. Runner-up, Cody Simmons. He's local Wichita guy or Wichita area.
Right on.
Mark Casper, small tire winner from Nebraska. Ryan Mitchell was runner-up. He's from a KC area. This says Pregman, Nebraska, and Pregman, Missouri. He's from a KC area. Tailgate, Nick Rollins. That's a little S10 truck. He won tailgate. He's from Kansas City area. Joey Wright was a runner-up from Salina with a little flatbed. I think that was like a little Mazda truck or something like that.
Yeah.
Turbo deal. Daily driver winner was Brian Hilbert from Salina, 55 Chevy. And Rich Putnam was a runner-up from Wichita. What car was that? Do you remember?
Rich Putnam?
Yeah. Was that the Explorer?
That might have been.
Was it him and the Explorer in the final?
It was. Yeah.
Okay. The 750, we talked about Curtis Sprayberry and the 2 Teslas. Curtis Sprayberry, he's local, Wichita-ish, I believe. Okay, Gary Harper says the Hellcat. Rich Putnam is the Hellcat. Okay, from Daly. Purple Hellcat. And Justin McMurtry, runner-up. A couple Teslas in the 750 final.
Right on.
650 final. Michael Quick from Moore, Oklahoma, wins. Rusty Cornett, runner-up from Midwest City. That is also a Moore/Oklahoma City. Both of those are Oklahoma City suburbs. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And 580, Peyton Westbrook, first place, Belle Plaine. That's a Wichita area.
Mm-hmm.
And Joey Wright, runner-up, little flatbed truck from Salina.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
No, that's really cool. That 650, Michael Quick, first place. Was that second gen purple or maroon and silver?
I don't know. I tried to find some pictures of both of these or each of them. I couldn't find.
That was like a second gen Camaro there making laps. I thought
it's got to be one of these two. Yeah,
one of those guys, either Michael or Rusty. Yeah, that thing looked nice too. That's another nice car.
Yep.
Yeah. Now that Nick Rollins, the one tailgate. I remember him racing small tire with Kid as well.
Yes,
It was
so do I.
it was white and some other stuff, but he's got that truck rolling out.
It looked good.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And we got
how fast it is, but it's it's fast.
Yeah. And we got those pictures. The
There we
small
go.
tire winner, Mark Casper from Nebraska. And we got Ryan Mitchell, small tire runner up.
Yeah.
The True Street winner,
Yeah.
Kyle
And
Wayne from Minnesota.
Carson winner.
Yep. And True Street runner up, Cody Simmons, local guy from Wichita.
Yep.
Wichita area.
And that's one of those new Hemis, right? In that car?
Yes, Gen 3. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool.
Like
Radio.
our buddy Troy.
Yep.
No comment here. Okay, Mrs. Harper says Michael Quick's tech card says Chevy loves 79.
The yellow one.
Yellow.
Yeah, the yellow
Right.
one. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
Okay. Tailgate winner, Nick Rollins from KC. That truck was fast.
It was
looked really good.
Nick Rollins was rolling.
He was rolling.
Roll it out.
Yes. And I think the tailgate runner up, well, obviously it said, was the little tailgate runner up was Joey Wright from Salina. Yeah. You know, that car is running 580s. I'm from Salina.
Mm-hmm.
A 580 we know is a high 8-second piece.
Sure.
You know, I moved here in 2006. Back in 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, there wasn't 8-second vehicles driving around on the street in Salina.
Sure.
And our buddy Jim Lauer from Salina says, yeah, you'll see dude driving around his truck.
Yeah.
He just drives it around, you know, little 8-second vehicle. And he's just zipping around Salina in it.
Well, I see Salina 3 times on here. And Joey Wright in his little, truck you're talking about, get in where you fit in. His name's on here twice.
Yeah. Tailgate.
Like talking about earlier,
580.
These other classes and getting in here, getting in there. And he took home 2 checks. And
that's
so
right.
That's for him, man, for real. Salina representing right now.
Yeah, that tailgate was, that Nick Rollins truck is a really fast truck. Mm-hmm. But the 580 deal where he run it up, that could have probably went either way. That, he could have maybe won that.
So that was cool.
Here's the daily driver. This is the only picture I could find for the daily driver. 55 Chevy.
Yeah.
Yep. He's from Salina also. Brian Hilbert.
There you go. LS Turbo, if I heard right.
Yeah. Your 580 index winner, Peyton Westbrook. Oh, I forgot to get a K on there. I've typoed that.
That's
Peyton Westbrook is from Wichita. He's a local guy. Fast little Mustang.
All smiles.
Yep.
Oh, Wanda.
The 650 index winner, Michael Quick. That's the Love truck, right?
Yeah, the yellow Love.
And runner-up was Rusty Cornett.
I wonder if that was the second gen Camaro, the silver and maroon.
Here's your Tesla, your 750 index winner, Curtis Sprayberry.
Curtis in the winner circle. Probably won't be the last. You know what I mean?
And runner-up that was our buddy Justin McMurtry in his white Tesla.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
There's a comment here. It's been 920 at Mad lifting at 1,000 foot.
There you
go. Flip, our buddy Flip Williams had a shout out to a couple customers. Great day of racing at Mid America Dragway for the season opening no prep race. Congrats to Peyton Westbrook winning in his class and Cody Simmons for his runner-up finish in True Street. Thanks for letting us be a small part of your racing program. That's from Flip.
Nice.
Yeah. Good job, Flip. Your customers are killing it.
In the winner circle once again.
Yep. That got a comment. I need to do this. We got a Okay, Mr. Harper says
that Camaro.
The runner-up was the Camaro. Yeah.
It's like 70 split bumper.
Yeah. That was a cool looking car.
Yeah, no, look good. Look good. Well, and I just like seeing, that sheet where you showed where everybody's from and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
A couple long haulers coming in, just make even local from Salina. That's still, 3 hours or whatever. And then some guys down south from Oklahoma coming up from more Midwest City. And that's just great. Hit this tri-state area here. Love to see that stuff. Thought I saw one from Missouri as well. And these are just the winners. I'm sure there's more out there as well that made the track. So, yeah, I've heard all in all, just an overcap of the race. Like, great first event. Hats off to the track facility. The Harpers putting in the winter work. You can see it paid off. That the facility was top notch and it was on point. And as we were just coming through here too, you could see where Gary was still continue to talk about upgrades and with lighting and the turn road with the signs, with the paint on the return road signs. You heard Mrs. Harper talking about how the concessions, the new menu is hot and good. It's going to bring in a little food truck and maybe even talking about how just, with the team in the back being their first weekend, how they can strategize and maybe get everybody through the line a little quicker. But one thing I was going to touch on earlier is when Mrs. Harper came on the PA, just talking about, thanking the fans for coming to the concession stands and eating up basically all the food. And so that was like a win in itself. And she just said how everybody was patient, nice, and friendly. And I think everybody just wanted to, it was just a good time to be outside, right? And just to kind of come out, nice little family friendly atmosphere, $15, kids throwing the football on the side and just having a good time, see people out there walking, with dogs and I don't even know if Gary Harper could talk about this, but I don't remember a lot of like oil downs or anything like that. You know what I mean? It was just like running the next one. Right out of the gate, I noticed there was some chip draw. So there was a little bit of a, 10 minutes or whatever we had to wait. But, throughout the whole facility or the whole event, that was running really good. And so no, they did a really good job. And so hats off to you, congratulations for real, because that was a great event. And I like I was telling Gary last night on the way home, it's just exciting to see what the future holds. You know what I mean? In 1 year, looks what has happened, and just see what the future holds in the next year, and that sort of thing. So like, congratulations to the MAD team. You won, like you did it. And, a shout out to some of my fellow racers, though. We need to get some more cars. I mean, I know people are working on their stuff and everything, but like this facility is nice and we need to come and race. And I'm telling everybody right now that like, if I ain't racing, I'm going to come race my car in small tire. I'll probably bring radials, but like, I don't care. And it was just a good event. And that track seemed like it was fine for me. And so, my car is not the fastest out there, but like, I want to come and support that as well. And so just congratulations to you guys on that. Hey, Gary, who's this right here?
The name is Barclay. Hang on a second.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to hack this. Barclay Wilt, W-I-L-T, says it was a great show. I appreciate everyone involved from Mid America Dragway to the fans, and a huge thank you to the drivers. The small tire was laying down some crazy fast times. It was a great event.
Agree 100% on
Exactly.
That was the same event I was at.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so good to know it's there too. 0 downtime for the cleanup. I wondered about that because it just seemed. I know there was one car that kind of pulled over, but they got him off the track and kept going. So, and that was a smart racer. He thought he had a little issue, so he just pulled over to the side. I think he did a big wheelie or something, bang popped or whatever it was, and so he just pulled over to the side and so good job there, Mr. Racer, for that. So.
Now that you mentioned wheelies, I got a couple pictures.
Do you?
We saw a couple wheelies.
Right on.
Let me find them here.
Yeah. Hey, while you're pulling that up too, I want to ask Mr. Harper a question with this daily. I was watching what do you call that? Y2K, whatever, TKY 2024 down in Houston. I'm
Yeah,
making that stuff up.
TX2K.
Yeah, I'm making that stuff up to be funny. But anyway, they had a car there that had some antifreeze in it, and they had to clean it up. And so I'm asking Mr. Harper here on these dailies and that sort of thing. What's the deal there?
Good question. And did you hear the rest of that story?
I heard the guy got banned.
He's like banned for the rest of this year
Mhm.
and next year.
Yeah.
They take that shit pretty serious.
Yeah, right. Serious.
Holy cow.
But with daily and stuff, you wonder what's going on there. So, Mr. Harper's tech. So I'm calling him out right now to ask the question. So let me know.
This is Tracy Lynn. She says the spectators were absolutely the greatest to see for me. They were so much fun and interactive. We really need to see more racers out to the track so the fan base will continue to come out. That's right.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good.
Yep. They'll come. The good feedback, good racetrack, good everything.
Yeah.
They'll come.
Well, we were talking about it too. They're building the foundation right now. The track, as far as the pits, the return road, the surface, all the facility necessities, and they're answering the bell on that. And so, just more cars are going to come. They're going to hear it's a good time. I know the payouts are going to go up. I hear it's a good time. And we'll just see where it goes. But and that's my whole point. It's like I'm excited to see what it's going to look like 2 years or 4 years. I mean, might have to just buy another car, purpose-built True Street car for real.
You know what else? What else is very noticeable with this track and the management? With a lot of stuff you see, it's like other tracks or whatever. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do X. We're going to do Y. Or we're going to do Z.
Right.
That Mid America Dragway, Mr. Harper has a plan, and he's got a plan laid out. He's going to do this and do this and do this. And you know what they're doing? They're actually doing it.
Yeah.
They're not just talking about it.
Right.
They're doing it. Going to fix the cracks in going to fix the the return road. Going to fix the lights. They're not just talking about it. It's actually happening. So
right.
Exactly. It's not just crying wolf.
No,
they're doing what they say they're going to do. He's got a plan, and they're doing it.
Right. No, and so to that point, Gary, you're spot on. We went to the meeting, and he said, "Just give me a chance." And so, you saw all last year what they did, and you see the improvements. And so, I mean, that's what I'm just excited to see. What else they're going to bring. So I'm just glad to see the track. I'm glad the Maybuyers took the chance, and so far so good.
Yep. Huge plans for the future. Just stick with us, Mr. Harper says. Yep. Yeah, you can see it. The pictures he sends us, the pictures. If you're out there and you see it, you can see the differences. And especially if you're a racer, the feedback from the racers, the return road, the walls, all that stuff, they notice it.
Yeah. No doubt. And here's a shout out to the Maybuyers, Yeah.
Yep.
That's exactly right. And so, and let's talk about this. I'm going to talk about something right after this comment.
This is Jacob Novacek. Jacob says the track was incredible, almost like a prepped track, honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
So here's something we haven't mentioned yet, but I want to talk about.
Okay.
A lot of things are happening at the same time. You're taking it all in. You're watching this, watching that, watching the racing. This, that, and the other. And I see this airplane circling.
It circled a lot. Yes.
This airplane circling. And next thing I know, I see this airplane coming down. And so, yes, an airplane landed in the pits on the far end, on the east side. No issues there. Me personally, I don't know the owner of the airplane or anything like that. I wondered if they were out there just taking aerial pictures because it was a good day for it with all the spectators. And so I did see, the sheriff roll in, which, being in aviation, I know a little bit about that, but as long as the owner doesn't care, then, he can land and take off there. And so I did see a video from Richard Pete, watching the airplane land in. And then you got the man himself, Jim Maybauer, just on the video, talking about, come on out to the track. We're having a great time out here. And I just thought that was pretty cool. And so then a few minutes later, you see the airplane take off. And so there it went, nice little tail dragger, and so I was having a good time.
There was like 3 law enforcement vehicles. It looked like 3 involved. One of them was a state trooper, and one of them looked like a sheriff, maybe 2 sheriffs. So how did who's nosing into that? That's private. I don't know nothing about how this works, but somebody call, or I don't know. It's private property, and
to be honest with you, maybe someone from a farmhouse saw it go down. Saw it going down.
Maybe of concern, like this plane might have crashed. Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. But so we're talking about the plane, but there's another thing that I've heard about that was kind of in the area, but like I didn't know nothing about it. So did you hear about this little thing walking around?
A monkey.
I
think this is between the airplane landing. I think that was Tracy.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is Barclay Wilt says between the airplane landing and the monkey in the concessions. Welcome to Southern Kansas. I didn't know nothing about the monkey until I was looking for pictures.
I didn't hear about the monkey until this morning. Now I saw a few dogs. You know what I mean?
Well, I think I saw Tracy Lynn said something about like she went up to it like, "Can I pet your dog?" But it was a monkey.
Oh my goodness, that is awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about the monkey till today. I was looking for pictures.
Yeah, I didn't get a visual on that monkey either, but yeah, I thought that was funny.
This is Jacob. Jacob Novacek says, "I know the airplane owner. Him, his brother, and dad are customers." Okay,
there you go. So just come out and see some racing. That's all.
That's a great way to get there.
Yeah,
it's an airstrip. Land that sucker.
There you go.
So if you come in an airplane like that, how do you you can't sneak in. You got to send somebody down to grab your entry fee or your spectator $15.
Yeah,
need your money.
Watch some racing, go get a lunch, and pull out.
Yeah, go get a hamburger.
Well, and that way, Gary, you don't have to worry about the construction on the bridge. You know what I mean?
That's how you get around that. That's smart.
Yeah.
Maybe he had a cooler full of hamburgers and hot dogs or something. He had to bring some more food.
Yeah, that's it. They had to run in, make it run.
This is Joey Wright. Says Matt is an awesome track and it's already a way better track compared to last year. They put on a great event. We will be back for sure.
Nice.
Heck yeah. Yeah, nice. It was a great time.
Yeah. All right. Yeah,
good day, good fun stuff.
Yeah. No, and just way to click off the 2024 season. It was a no prep. It's a great event. Like I said, the weather showed out, concessions showed out, the fans showed out. Need a little bit more cars. We'll get there for that. But I know there's some cars in the area. Hopefully they can make it back. But just looking at the MAD schedule, just talking through it, it looks like in May, I know we got April 6th coming up, which is a heads-up race. And then in May, grab those wheelie pictures. In May,
they're not what you think.
You got May 4th with that's a heads up. May 11th is the next no prep, and then the 17th is like the Titans. And so it's just like bam, 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 pow, pow.
Yeah,
it's just like it's just awesome. I'm just excited for it.
Yeah, if you want to see some awesome racing, keep coming out.
Yeah.
Cool. Here. Okay, we know Nick did a big wheelie and so did Jacob.
Sure.
This is all I could find for a red spaceship.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that thing was pointed at the moon. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, Jacob, this isn't going to be what you think. And
No,
and there's a white spaceship. I did it right. Go right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jacob.
Those things were both pointed at the moon. I ain't no doubt about it. That's funny.
Yeah. That's all I could find.
I didn't even know you were going to do that. That's funny.
I know.
Yeah.
But there's some pictures. Somebody had some pictures from behind of the bumper almost grabbing the ground. Yeah. Have some fun with that. Some little spaceship liftoff.
Yeah.
NASA said, keep it down.
We're in Kansas.
That's Jacob. Jacob, you did a great job with that car yesterday. All you guys.
Yeah. No, it was a good time.
Oh, Mark said, show us your wheelie pics, Gary. Well, that was it. A little misleading, but it's all right. Just had some fun with it. Yeah.
All right. Well, 211.
Yep. So yesterday as the 16th, in 3 weeks is the kickoff of the radial racing. So 3 weeks. That's not very far.
No,
you're just about ready.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a good time, and I hope it's a good showing, and excited to get back on the track. And that yesterday it was nice to go out there and get the little itch, and come here today and keep working towards it, and we'll see how it goes down. And I know there's some cars that people are working on now, so hopefully everybody can make it out and put on a show just like yesterday for the crowd. So I'm excited for it. And then it'll be nice for us too, Gary. Just if we can have a good outing and no issues, then we'll head down south and have some fun down there and playing around and at the Motorplex. So
and 3 weeks, being 3 weeks out for the first radio race at Mid America Dragway, maybe in a week or 2 weeks at the latest, we can maybe get a post out asking for little head count on who might show up and who's ready for that first radio race.
Mm-hmm.
So get a little roll call going for who might come.
Mm-hmm.
So get a little excitement ready for that first race to kick off. And for Mr. Harper to get out there and dust off his prep skills a little bit and get back after. I see did you see the chair underneath the canopy there? I
did.
I was expecting a hammock for him to swing in, but it's just a chair.
It's early. We'll see.
Another
upgrade.
Oh, here's Mr. Harper says Warren delivered the glue Friday.
There you go.
Awesome. Thank you, Warren.
That'll work.
Tracy Lance is ready to see you guys out on the track, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's a good time.
Yep. I know Rodney will be ready. We'll find out in a couple weeks who else is close. So
well, and the end of last year with Devin and and even Marshall going down to Georgia, I mean, the tone's set, the track's going to be there. So
here's a question. This is Barclay Wilt again. He says, where can I find the rules for the radio race? All it is a tire.
What class are you talking?
Good point. I just assumed that'd be small tire.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
It is small tire.
But right. Yeah, but now we got the truck deal but not yet on the truck deal. But
But go ahead for small tire.
Yep. Tire, just a 275, 28.105.
No wheelie.
You wouldn't want to bring a slick to this deal the way Harper preps.
No. But yeah, there's the site there. You can get on the website there.
Yep. Get on their site and you'll find out the rules for the class you need.
Right on. And we right here, we saw them at PRI.
Yep. That's Brian Wise. Brian. Yep. We talked to him at PRI. You're behind.
So we talked to them about them coming on. So we do have that planned out with them. And I myself been talking to Mike on the side, messaging, just talking about same thing. Are you going to be ready? Are you going to come down? We're having a live feed. We're doing this just kind of so, but we do plan on bringing them on, be wise, and just trying to help that deal as well.
Yeah, they'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Troy says, I wish really trying to make the second one. Ugh.
Is that the May 4th?
That's May 4th. You better get busy.
Well, if he does it right, he can go 3 weeks in a row there because he could do the 4th, 11th, and then the 17th.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
We don't need that. Never mind.
All right. Well,
thank you. This is Barclay Wilt says, thank you, Mid America Dragway. Yep. They did a great job.
Yeah. Yeah. We got a shout out to Troy.
Tracy says, are you racing in the banana suit?
Yeah.
Brian says, I'll be at May 4th. Let's do it, Troy.
There you go.
That's going to come so fast. Holy cow.
Yeah. You better get those 2 tubes welded. You got 2 tubes left.
Oh, I better. Yeah. I better get night shift to come in here and finish his intake.
Yeah. Take a 3-week vacation.
Yep. All right. Are you ready to call it?
I'm ready to call it. Let's thank our sponsors and thank everybody for coming on. But just to recap, great job, great event, great seeing everybody. A lot of good energy from yesterday. Excited for in 3 weeks. Just glad the way things are going out there right now. And but appreciate everybody coming on, just talking about this, and we'll be back next week to keep it rolling and just continue to talk about upgrades, track upgrades, things that are going on, getting ready for the radial race at Arc City, and continue prepping. But we appreciate everybody's support, and we appreciate our sponsors too. Gary, bring them in.
Yep. Let's hit this comment. This is from Jacob. Jacob Novacek says, thanks guys for putting this on. Appreciate it.
You bet.
But thanks to us. Thanks for the track. But whoever. Barclay Wilt says, thank you, Gary and Hot Rod. You appreciate are welcome, sir. Heck yeah.
We're having fun. We're having fun.
Yes, definitely.
So, and
Mark Westmoreland, another great show, Gary and Hot Rod. Mark, thanks for hanging and watching. Yeah. Thanks for your time on a Sunday evening.
Yeah. We'll circle back to Ozark as well.
Yes. And this getting down there this week was the last, unless they change something, you never know, but they're going to tear up that bridge. So plan your route going. We came home. We're going to come home just fine to Wichita, but going down, you're going to have to make an alternate route. So just don't forget.
Yeah. No big deal.
So here's a shout to our sponsors, our partners, Mid America Dragway, Ultra Color Collision Repair, Sandland Iron and Metal Auto Salvage, and Harry Street Carpet. Thanks to these great partners.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mid America Dragway. This is Mid America Dragway. Says, great show, great information. Thank you for all you do, Gary and Hot Rod.
You bet. Loving it.
Yep.
And don't forget to go to subscribe, hit our Facebook, hit our likes. We continue to grow every time we do a show. We get more people to come on, and so we appreciate that.
Yep. Here's our YouTube channel. This stuff is running live on YouTube right now as we're doing this, so it'll always be there. This is our YouTube channel. If you see this, you're at the right page. Heads Up Racing Gary and Hot Rod Podcast. Subscribe. There's a bunch of different stuff on there. I haven't loaded much lately. I've been doing things that really don't matter. It doesn't need to be loaded on there, but kind of doing the same thing I need to get done. But you're yep, you're on the right page if you're looking at this. Subscribe.
Yeah. We had that engine start up. It did pretty well.
Yeah. Yep.
So
just trying to feed the beast.
That's it.
All right. Oh, lots of clicks here. Okay. All right. We are done.
All right. Any final thoughts, Gary?
No, just no. Had a great day at the track, hanging out, enjoying the weather, and doing these shows like this is always fun.
Sure.
You get fun interaction with people that have stuff to say or questions, and it's really fun. So we enjoy doing it.
All right. Well, let's sign off for this week. Thanks everybody for coming on.
I got something to try here. All right, are you ready?
Ready?
I got it. Did you hear that?
I did. Oh, that's funny.
I found I can stop that. I found a high five deal.
I saw it on the feed. We got it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, everybody. Thank you for your Sunday evening for a couple hours. Man, 2 hours and 20 minutes. We better shut up. Rodney, thanks. We got okay. Hey, we must have did okay with that high five deal. He said, Will says we nailed it. Yeah. All right, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Rod.
All right. Take care.
Thanks, Rod. Good night, everybody. See you next week.